The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Back to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Chatham Memorial Arena for Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League action here on a Sunday afternoon. The Strathroy Rockets in town to take on the Chatham Maroons here to end a busy slate of games for the Rockets. They'll be looking to come back after a tough 4-3 loss on home ice last night against the LaSalle Vipers, a game in which they were leading going to the third period, but they couldn't hold on for the win.
Heartbreaker there for the Rockets last night at home. 26 seconds to go in the third period when LaSalle scored what turned out to be the winning goal to break that 3-3 tie.
And they would go on to win. Of course, the Rockets couldn't come back with just the 26 seconds remaining. The Rockets, the only team through this start of the season to take LaSalle into the third period behind a goal. They've done it twice so far this year. Unfortunately, they've been unable to finish the job both times. One time they got a shootout win in LaSalle, and last night they were unable to even get a point in what was a stretch of games where they had 4 straight games with points coming in. Of course, 3 of those being losses in extra time or a shootout, but they've been picking up points along the way. It was tough for them not to pick up a point in that game last night against LaSalle.
Well, LaSalle now with the win last night is, they are in first place in the Western Conference. They 7 out of their 10 games, they have won. But you're right, they've, shootout win for the Rockets. They have played a little better lately. But when you tell me that they've had the lead going into the third period multiple times, get themselves to overtime, closing is a problem. And scoring goals, part and parcel.
The Rockets, some giveaway trouble didn't help them in that game last night. They were getting some scoring, and they're finally starting to get some scoring from that top line. Carson Perry, Riley Wood, Brandon Ballast, they're finally starting to find the back of the net. Both Wood and Perry had a pair of points last night and a goal and assist each. So it looks like they're finally starting to get that line figured out. But the secondary scoring, the third scoring, it's well behind the pack in terms of the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League.
Well, and the other thing, too, is it's good to see Riley Wood. He's 10 points, 10 games. He's up there at a point a game, as is Carson Perry. But the top scorers for the other teams aren't point-per-game scorers. They're 1.5 points a game. Like if looking tonight or I guess this afternoon with the Maroons, the top scorers, their leading scorer has 15 points. So we are very top heavy. It is good to see that line is getting going. A lot of injury troubles also for the Rockets. And actually the Chatham Maroons, both these teams are coming off losses last night. Chatham lost 7-5 at the Wellness Center in Komoka to the Kings. And the Maroons, they've only won 5 out of their 10 games. They're 4 points ahead of Strathroy in the standings. So this is a game you'd like to say that the Rockets could win. They have played better of late, but we'll see how it goes this afternoon.
Always a tough place to come and play for the Strathroy here on the road in Chatham, a place that the Maroons play very well in. So the Rockets are going to have to be on their game today. I would like to think that they're going to have to get out in front to a decent-sized lead, maybe 2 or 3 goals heading into the late portions of the game if they want to hold this back, because as we know and as we've seen in the past, the Maroons' pressure late in the game here when they're trailing, it's ginormous, and they can really make a turn of how this game is going when they come back out for a third period, trailing a goal, trailing 2 goals.
Well, and we've seen this with the Rockets before, too, though. Like, they've had bigger lead, like Sarnia. They go in there, they get up a couple. Closing is an issue. And just looking for some consistency, I think, from the team is the biggest thing.
So the Rockets, as mentioned, some injury trouble, a bunch of scratches through the lineup that are consistent with last night's game. Jacob Cucci still out of the game. Brendan Spezial not in the lineup. Nigel Piercy, Mark Hewitt, Noah Nelson, Jacob Habib dealing with a suspension. It goes down the list here. And with that, we're going to see 4 new faces in the lineup for Strathroy. We'll get to that shortly here. We'll take it down now to ice level for the national anthems here from Chatham. Puck drop to follow from Chatham Memorial Arena. So the anthem's complete, just about ready for puck drop here in Chatham as the Rockets hit the road to take on the Chatham Maroons. The first meeting of the season between these two clubs. A little bit late getting that first meeting of the season underway, but we finally get to see the Chatham Maroons for the first time this season.
Yes. As you said, always a tough place to play when you see all these, Western Conference Championship banners hanging in this rink. A long-time successful program here in Chatham. And I looked down, and I was wrong before the game. I told you that Luka Dobrich left the ice first, goaltender for the Chatham Maroons, but it will be Brendan Strobel, number 1, in net to start the game for the Maroons.
So Strobel will get the start for Chatham. It'll be Matthew Brazeau in net for Strathroy to start the game. Riley Wood, Carson Perry, Brandon Bell is up front for Strathroy to start the game with Owen Kindry and Cole Smith on defense. Rockets win the opening faceoff. At center, Bell is trying to get that one past with Riley Wood. It's going to be dumped in by the Maroons as they work their way into the offensive zone. Back behind the net, still battling with it. Rockets trying to clear. They get up to the blue line, but not out. Now looking for a shot. That one going to go off a stick and out of play. So we'll get our first whistle 18 seconds in here, and the faceoff will stay inside the Strathroy zone.
Yeah, the puck going up out of play, hitting one of the banners that I was speaking of up top. Fans still coming into the rink here as the game is just underway.
Chatham going to get thrown out of the draw here. One back by the Rockets. Kindry around the boards up to Wood, but not out. Stopped at the blue line there. Now Kindry back behind the net, turned over. Comes up to the point, looking for a shot. That one thrown on goal, and Brazeau had to make the save. As Colin Whaley with the shot on goal there for the Maroons. We'll get a quick whistle and another quick change here as both teams getting a fresh set of legs out there.
Well, after 32 seconds, not much going on. Switch it up for both teams.
Face off down at the far side of the ice, Rocket zone. Walking across the line, shot on. That one stopped by Brazeau. Bounces all the way out to the blue line, and now fanning on that one. Coming all the way back to the Chatham zone was Craig Spence. Maroons work it forward inside the Strathroy zone. Trying to throw that one towards the net. Picked up by Peyton Johnson. He tried to work it forward. Shot towards the net. That one in the corner. Up to the blue line again. Maroons keep it alive. Looking for a pass out in front. Comes up to the point. Now back down low to the net. That one off a stick and into the corner. Pass off the wall. Up on. That one stopped by Brazeau. Got the pad on that one. Kicked his leg out to make the save, keep it alive, and now this one, once again, will find its way out of play inside the Rockets zone.
Yeah, Ryan Marshall, tag teamed in the corner there, was able to get a stick on the puck, deflected up into the netting in the far corner from our vantage point in the Chatham end zone behind Brendan Strobel. We have a good view of the entire ice from front to back here.
I have a good view of the Rockets working in the offensive zones for periods 1 and 3. Although the way this game has started, everything's been about 200 feet away from us. Rockets looking to clear now. They'll get it out to their own blue line. Pass comes up to center. Picked up and dumped in. Is taking a hit there and getting it back behind the net. Pimentel had that one get past him. Up to the point. Oh, shot. That one tipped and went wide. Now sitting behind the net is Strobel. Comes out to the blue line. Looking for a shot to the net. Didn't make it there. Bouncing around out front. And the Maroons will get out and clear the center. Getting to the blue line. Wells to the net, into the corner. Right out front now. The Rockets get it up to the blue line, and they will clear before it's dumped back in. The Maroons have to get outside the zone. Hall will set up behind the net. Pass out to center. Off a body, picked up. Maroons working forward here. Clark into the zone, and Clark will go into the corner. Now pass out front. That one goes through everyone. Off onto the other side. Now up to the point. Looking for this one. McKim shot. That didn't make it. A pass on goal. That one stopped by Brazeau. Cleared out to the blue line and not out. And now Gallant is going to poke that one forward, but they're going to say it was touched with a high stick. So the faceoff will come back towards the Strathroy end of the ice. 17:37 to go here in the first period.
Early on in that sequence, when the puck was in the far end in Strathroy's zone, the net had come off behind Strobel here in front of us, and while the play was at the far end, the linesman, just to show you that they are working even when they're not working, came down here to make sure that the net stayed affixed to its moorings.
Face off to the left of Brazeau. One off to the side, now just inside the blue line. Maroons keep it alive, pinned against the wall. Back behind the Strathroy net. Trying to get this one out and clear. Chipped in the corner. Dundas couldn't get it anywhere. Pass out into the slot. Shot thrown towards the net. It was blocked out front. Into the corner. Kindry knocks it away to the other side. Gout with a man on him. He tries to clear. Couldn't get it anywhere. The Maroons still with control of the puck. Shot to the net. Blocked again. Didn't make it there. Kept inside at the blue line. Back down low. Blinsky into the corner. 2 Rockets right on him here as the Maroons maintain control of the puck inside the Strathroy zone. Blinsky with a shot. Big rebound comes out off the pad of Brazeau. Cleared up to the blue line and not out. Maroons spending a lot of time inside the Strathroy zone early on here. First 3 minutes and 15 seconds, they've probably spent at least half of that deep inside the Strathroy zone. Off to the other corner for Owen Kindry. Kindry going to carry this one out with the Maroons changing. He'll get it to center before it's knocked off his stick. Gallant picks it up, goes D to D with the Maroons right on the Rockets here. Up to center. Chatham goes D to D, getting this one past a pair of Rockets and a couple of guys new into the lineup tonight, getting their first taste of the ice. Brian Faulkner, one of those guys playing up in the lineup tonight. Member of the Elgin Middlesex Chiefs U18 team. Into the corner now. Trying to tie this one up against the wall. It'll get up to the blue line. Pinching defenseman. Now another chance. That one-time shot well wide of the net. Sitting back behind the Strathroy net now. Ryan Marshall will pick it up in the corner. He'll clear it up to the glass and up to the blue line, but not out as the Maroons kept it inside, and now it will be cleared. They'll have to dump it back in while they get another line change here. Trying to clear the Rockets at their own blue line, carrying it up to center and taking a big hit. As it's back behind the Chatham net now. Carson Perry right on his man as it's taken away by Brandon Ballas. Ballas walking out. Ballas pass and nobody there who's trying to find Riley Wood. Kept inside the line. Back down low. Ballas with it to Perry. Perry to Riley Wood. Wood couldn't get it away. Wells will chip that one past, and it gets past Johnson all the way back down into the Strathroy zone. 5 minutes gone here to start this first period. Rockets work it into the neutral zone and now into the Chatham end before it's picked up by Spence, who wheels behind his own net. Pass out of the reach and kept inside here by Strathroy. Riley Wood now. Wood tries to come to the slot. Took the hit. Wells intercepts it, and Wells will bring it forward for Chatham on the left side. Wells shot that one well wide. Into the corner. Riley Wood will pick it up, and Wiley Wood just going to dump this one forward. Chased down by Ballas into the corner. No icing as it's waved off there. Don't know if Ballas knew how close that was to being an icing as he let off. Back behind the net. 2 Rockets on him, and Ballas is going to take a call here as the arm comes up on the official. Maybe a cross check, and Ballas is going to head to the box here. The Maroons will get their first taste of a power play.
Long shift there for that line. Ballas was out there for a while, actually, in a back and forth. He and Durston had been exchanging whacks up and down the ice. Long shift, tired legs, leads to poor decisions at much higher levels of hockey than this. So Ballas goes to the box for 2 minutes.
So the Rockets to the penalty kill tonight for the first time. 5 minutes, 43 seconds into this contest. One up to the point here for the Maroons. Shot thrown on. Brazeau makes the initial save. Rebound came out, and it was almost cleared out, but it's kept in at the line. Now back down low. Another shot stopped by Brazeau. Rebound comes out and is cleared by the Rockets all the way back down into Chatham territory.
Nice job there by Brazeau to corral that puck.
Clark will pick it up here for the Maroons and get ready to set up this power play as they work forward. Coming into the offensive zone, Brown had it. Left it for the defender, but it was cleared out by the Rockets, and now coming in on the forecheck as Clark's back behind his own net. He'll be the one to carry it up once more here. Onto the stick. Drop pass, shot to the net. That one missing glove side up high. Up to the blue line, not out, kept in. Shot to the net, that one over top as well. 55 seconds to go here on the man advantage for Chatham. It's going to be up to the blue line, not out as it's kept in. Wells walking the line, looking, shot off a stick and into the corner. Still holding on to it now. Spence on his forehand. Elects to hand this one off for a pass. Now to the other side, shot to the net, and they score. Power play goal for the Maroons. I believe it was Glinski, and it is 1-0.
Some good work by the Maroons down in the Rockets zone where they spent most of the minute 27 that Brendan Bellis sat in the penalty box. Nice setup there. Cross ice pass by LeGood. Leads to the shot. Beats Brazeau high, glove side. 1-0 Maroons. 7:10 the time of the goal in the first period.
Maroons rewarded for their play early on. You mentioned 7:10 the time of the goal, and they have spent a good chunk of this first period buried deep inside the Strathroy zone. They get the power play, they get rewarded, and it's 1-0. Carrying up here, the Maroons forward into the offensive zone, and that one will go out of play.
Isaac LeGood. This is the first time we've seen the Maroons, but not the first time we've seen LeGood. He played with LaSalle to start the season, acquired by Chatham at the end of September for cash considerations. The veteran now playing here for the Maroons.
Face-off move to the Chatham side of the line in the neutral zone. Picking it up here, the Maroons work forward. Back in their own zone, Rockets clear to the line, not out. Now this puck off a stick, back into their own zone to chase. Opposite corner for Hall to chase it down. Trying to flip it out, he couldn't. Now the Rockets once again will clear this one off the glass, up to the blue line, and finally out. Now chasing it down, Dundas to Gallant to the net, and he gets one on goal. But he couldn't get a good shot off with the defenseman Whaley right on him.
Whaley, probably an NHL slash, I would say they might call that. He gave the stick of Gallant a decent whack, who did get in alone. Didn't quite get the shot off he was hoping, but even then Strobel he wasn't entirely sure that didn't slide between the wickets.
Almost a little break there for the Rockets that could have tied this hockey game. Kindry having some trouble. Maroons to the net. That one stopped by Brazeau. Nice shot there. Coming in was Clark. Back behind the net here. Maroons trying to set up, find a pass. They'll get one up to the blue line. Kept in at the line. Opposite side. McKim to the net. That one stopped by Brazeau. Off the pad and into the corner. Two Rockets on him here, trying to get this one away up to the point. Clark looking. Shot blocked. Picked up here. Cleared up to center. And now it's going to be a foot race for it. Right out front of the Maroons net. Picking that one up. Clark, he'll win the battle. He'll get it up to center. Now the Maroons up forward into the offensive zone. Knocked off the stick there. Trying to knock it forward for Brennan Faulkner. Couldn't get it up onto his stick. Maroons will get it up to the blue line and cleared. Couldn't hold on to it.
3 call-ups here on the all out on the ice at the same time. Faulkner, McGahey Smith, and Nathan Lavender.
Shot behind the net here inside the Strathroy zone up to the point. One-time chance. That one kicked aside by Brazeau. It'll go out of play. And we'll get a whistle here. 11:01 to go in the opening period. I mentioned 4 call-ups in the lineup tonight for Strathroy. 3 of them playing on a line together. The 3 forwards.
Yeah.
And I believe Costescu is lined up with Blake Hall on defense. He's been paired up with him last night as well. Into the corner here. Pass out front. This one intercepted. Wheeling up the right side, Riley Wood. Wood looking for a pass to the slot there. Had that one knocked off his stick. Now back behind the net. Spence with it now. Spence rimmed around the boards. This one will get out. It'll come to center. Picked up in the offensive zone. Nice move to try and get around. Ryan Marshall's going to knock that one off his stick. Clearing up to the blue line and out. Now picking it up, Ty Johnson. Carson Perry couldn't chip that one past the tall defender in Spence, and now he'll pick it up again. Perry pass forward. Ballas knocked off his stick to chase it down in the corner. Bouncing puck. Kept alive. Ballas down low. Couple nice moves to work his way through. Shot on the air from Carson Perry. Wide of the net. Now back out into the slot. Almost knocked away. Perry with it again in the corner. Perry to the net. Odd angle shot. Stopped by Strobel. Maroons having some trouble clearing their zone now as the Rockets try to get any pressure they can. Pass out front to the net. That one stopped and the net comes off as Strobel knocked it off with his foot.
Oh, that's knowing your home rink. I watched him pre-game fight to keep that thing on during warm-ups. And as soon as that pass came out to Wood, he immediately pushed his right foot up against it and pushed it off. Almost like he knew that it would come off.
Face off to Strobel's left here right in front of us in the Chatham end. I believe that's the first offensive zone face-off, and now a penalty coming here as Pimentel had his stick knocked right out of his hands. Whaley's going to go to the box here, and the Rockets will get a power play with 9:50 remaining in the period.
Yeah, Colin Whaley. As a coach, I would have looked at that as just a good battle. Two guys coming along the side of the net, and the stronger guy held onto his stick, and the other guy didn't. But it's a given the last several years. If you knock the stick out of the hand of another player, it will result in a slashing penalty and a power play here for the Rockets.
Rockets have had a little bit more luck lately on the power play, and now they'll get out here with a chance tonight as Kindry's shot wide of the goal, kept inside the line at least for now. Into the corner, bouncing puck up to the point, battling with that one there, knocked away all the way back into the Strathroy zone onto the stick of Brazeau. They'll just hand it off into the corner. Smith to Kindry. Kindry up forward. Now Pimentel will carry it up on the right side. Pimentel cuts to the net, makes a nice move. Shot on. That one stopped by Strobel, and he'll cover that one up. Had it in his glove. 32 seconds gone off the power play for Strathroy.
Good rush there by Pimentel, taking that puck toward us down the right wing and cutting in. Nobody really tried to angle him out at all. And if Strobel had come off the post any little bit there, Pimentel probably could have stuffed that home, but Strobel did a nice job hugging the post.
Perry on the draw. It's one back to the point for Ryan Marshall. Marshall now walking across with the puck on his forehand. Now to Carson Perry. Perry down low for Wood. That pass out of reach of him and cleared by Clark. Puck goes all the way back down into the Strathroy zone, and Marshall's there to pick it up. Rockets will get set up here to come back up ice here on the man advantage. Marshall waiting for his forward unit to get set up. The pass out of the reach there of Ty Johnson. Now bounces over to the other side out of the reach of Perry and cleared down the ice. And the Maroons taking advantage of some sloppy passing from Strathroy to clear the puck. Ballas tried to go a pass behind him to Perry. That one knocked away as well. Now Marshall, he's tied up down low. Can't get the puck away. Now he does. Has it in front of his own net. Pass up to Ballas. Ballas leaves it there for Wood. Wood tried to make a pass and cut towards the slot there. Lost it. Perry's back down low with him. Perry bounces it off the boards to Smith at the point. Opposite side for Johnson. Now back to Smith. Holding onto it here. He's going to leave it for Perry. Perry back to Smith. Smith will just sit it behind the net low. Up to the point, Perry. Perry shot that one wide. Rebound out front, scores! Brandon Ballas picks up the rebound off the glass, and the Rockets score with 10 seconds left on the power play to tie this game at 1.
Johnny on the spot, standing right next to the net, just above the goal line as that puck bounced off the glass. And you and I were commenting, before puck drop about the boards here and the glass specifically. Gravy hop there for the Rockets, and Ballas buries it. Exactly 8 minutes to go here in the first period.
Just what you need for the Rockets. You respond with a power play goal of your own. And this hockey game is tied at 1. Now Dundas gets it. He throws it towards the slot inside the Chatham zone. Maroons looking to clear. It's McKim. McKim, long lead pass. That one just out of the reach and back into the Strathroy zone. He was trying to find Cameron Graham and couldn't. Now it's dumped forward. There to try and chip it past. Holding on to it, and that one for Faulkner. Right off his stick, carrying it in now. Shot, that one stopped by Brazeau. Rebound comes out, another chance, they score. They answer right back. That didn't take long, 32 seconds, and the Maroons have regained that 2-1 lead.
Shot from distance on Brazeau. He made what seemed to be an easy save. Went down in the butterfly. Unfortunately for him, he's not a very big goaltender to start with. He stayed down and left all sorts of net over that left shoulder, and they found it.
So the Rockets don't get to enjoy too much of a tie hockey game before the Maroons retake the lead. 2-1. Puck dropped and back into the Strathroy zone for Smith. Just throwing it forward. That one off a stick and into the offensive zone. Chase down low. Up to the point. All the way back out to the neutral zone. Pass off the stick of Lavender, who couldn't carry it in. Now back into the Strathroy zone for Smith. Smith fans on one. Having to play that one is Faulkner. Faulkner now over to his man and carried in. All the way around the boards, Faulkner. Wells tried to carry that one pass. Now it's picked up, coming forward, hitting on the right side. Offside are the Maroons here. As coming in with the puck on his stick and putting himself offside, looked like Brett Hibbert.
Evan Wells blew a tire going in over the blue line and just slid. Unfortunately, had no control over that.
Face off right out front of the penalty box on the Strathroy side of the red line. One back by the Maroons. They'll get it to center and dump it into the Strathroy zone. Now the Rockets try to clear from center. Knocked off the stick. Carson Perry, who's back out on the ice, and now Ballas will work it forward. Ballas will carry it in. He's got Wood with him. Ballas has shot on, and Strobel sees that one easily, making the save and covering up.
Yeah, just coming in over the top of the circle. Wrist shot right in the belly. Although the Perry-Wood-Ballas line has seen the most offensive zone attack time of any other line for the Rockets. I dare say probably as much as the other three combined.
Puck takes a hop off the boards, comes out front. It's sitting up front of Strobel. That one just wide of the goal. He tried to jump on that and cover it, but he couldn't. Now it's up to the point. Marshall shot on. Strobel chance, and he's going to cover that one up. Looked like he struggled with the rebound originally, but gave the Rockets a second chance at it.
Well, that second time he just didn't catch it. But the first time, I think Colin Whaley, his own defenseman, might have nudged that puck out of his reach when he first went to cover it. And it was a bit of a drill in front, but ultimately no scoring for the Rockets on that play.
Up to the point again. Marshall's shot. That one takes a healthy bounce off the end boards. Cleared out by the Maroons, and now a big hit there as Johnson takes care of the body. Up to Riley Wood. Gets past Riley Wood up to the point. Maroons with a chance to keep it in. They will. Bouncing behind the Strathroy net. Perry to pick it up from his own zone. Into the skates of Wood. Wood will just dump it in on the backhand. Ballas will chase it down behind the net. Ballas still with it. He's got Riley Wood down low with him, but two Maroons. It comes out. One-time chance. That one stopped. Oh, it gets him up high.
Oh, no.
And this is not good. That was a one-time boomer coming in from the point.
He unloaded that.
And Dylan Klinsky down on the ice here, and he has not moved.
He's now kind of up on his knees, has taken his own helmet off. It hit him up high in the front. I don't know if it hit him in the chest or his neck or what. I won't pontificate as to exactly where it hit him, but he dropped immediately. I missed who powdered that, but he hit it hard for sure.
He is on the ice, and
thankfully he is talking. He's moving his head around. He's laying belly down on the ice. Kind of holding on.
Yeah, it hit him high, and it looks like he's all right.
Yeah, that couldn't have felt very good for sure.
He's going to head to the bench and not the locker room, so that's a good sign for the Maroons.
Yeah, here at the Chatham Memorial Arena, the Maroons leave the ice opposite from where their bench is, and he went to the bench, so that's a great sign.
So the face-off will stay inside the Chatham zone here. Off to the right is Strobel. Off to the side, Pimento battling. This one back behind the net. Zabo will clear up and down the ice. No icing as it goes into the Strathroy zone. Hall trying to play this puck, gets it into the corner. Now bouncing up to the point, and this one will get past and all the way back down into the Chatham zone. Strobel will play. And Strobel loses an edge now back behind the net.
The net's off.
Pass looking to try and come out front as it's bouncing around. The net is off. It's about 2 inches in front of the goal line. but perfectly lined up, so no one's made a comment on it yet.
The only one who would know is Strobel because he fell into it.
Now comes up. Hogarth leaving it. Rockets battling here, looking to try and clear. Broken stick on the play for Simmons, and now back into the zone here. And now Strobel finally does realize in front of us and tries to put the net back on as the Maroons
There we go.
come back from their own zone up through center. Dumped into the corner to chase it down. Costescu with a big hit to knock his man down. Cleared up to the blue line, but not out. Here's the Maroons keep it alive. Into the corner, Hull. Hull trying to play the body. Rockets still unable to clear as the puck bounces around in the slot. Finally, it's going to be picked up here. They'll pass it forward, get it up to center, carry it in to the net there, and finally knocked off the stick as Faulkner met Clark. Right up front of the benches here in the neutral zone. Knocked off the stick of Gallant. It'll be cleared up to the neutral zone. Clark there to pick it up. 3:52 to go here in the opening period. A 2-1 Maroons lead. Clark now thought about bringing it in. Had to wait for the last forward to clear. Now pass out front. Carried in by the Rockets. Lost it on a move there. Dundas tried to chase it down. Bouncing puck. And now the Maroons carried up through center. In on the left side. Looking wide. Shot on. And Brazeau there to make the save on Paranuzzi.
One thing about Brazeau that I have noticed that I mentioned that quickly before was when he does go down and take those in the belly, it's fine, but he makes himself, he's not a very big goaltender, and he makes himself look even smaller sometimes when he goes down.
Face-off is off to his right, one back by the Rockets, and now Riley Wood will chip that one past the defender at the blue line, get it out. But it's picked up by the Maroons, and Durston hands that one over, carried into the offensive zone by Spence. Fanned on the shot, lost it. Puck up in the air is knocked down by Ballas, who will just chip it forward with Riley Wood to chase it down. Back behind the net past Wells. Wood in the corner there, trying to battle with it. Two Rockets down low. Pass comes up to the point. Kendry shot. That one tipped on goal. And it just kind of floats its way towards the crease where Strobel will cover it up.
I think that was the stick of Riley Wood with the deflection. Unfortunately, instead of deflecting it as it kept going, he more stopped it than he did anything. As you said, it just kind of drifted its way towards Strobel.
2:51 to go here in the opening period. Face-off off to the right of Strobel inside the Chatham zone. Back behind the net now. Nice kick pass, and Glinski, who's back out on the ice here for Chatham, just a few minutes after taking a puck up high. Sent down the ice and icing here against Strathroy. As McGahee Smith was chasing that one down, but the puck just too fast. 2:34 left here in the period.
A lot more offensive zone time second half of the first period than they had in the first half. Some good shots on goal, creating opportunities. Oh, linesman. Telling two players to back up from the face-off dot.
Face-off one back by the Rockets. It's Glinski down low. Puck gets up to the blue line and cleared by the Rockets. Back into Chatham territory. Spence back there, the lone man to get it. McGahee Smith takes that one away from him. He lost his stick and couldn't get the puck back as Glinski carries it forward here for the Maroons. Dodging a hit there, tries to get it to the slot. That one knocked away. Back behind the Strathroy net, now up to the point. Now poking that one forward. He couldn't hold on to it here. Maroons looking to try and set up. They throw it towards the net. That one in the corner, off to the left of Brazeau. Up to the point now. Shot from Whaley. That one stopped by Brazeau. It was almost a call out front there. In the slot. Almost knocked away up to the point. Whaley again. His shot. That one blocked into the corner. Johnson to pick it up. Gets it up, finds his man in Lavender. Lavender, his pass intercepted. Picking it up, coming in towards the middle of the ice here. The Maroons setting up inside. One shot. That one stopped by Brazeau.
Ty Johnson buried David Brown in between the circles with a cross check out front. Ramsden, the official, clearly looking somewhere else at the time.
You'll get that with just the one official calling these
yeah,
games.
just one referee this season.
If his eyes are somewhere else on the ice, you're going to miss some of those calls. Into the corner here. Rockets looking to clear. Pass intercepted. Couldn't get out. Maroons stay in control. Shot to the net. That one gloved down by Brazeau. Bailing out the defense again.
Nice glove save. He had to reach up for that one again, kind of down in the butterfly. 1:18 to go here. Face off to Matthews' right.
Maroons working right off the draw, cutting to the net here. Almost got a good shot off there. It comes up to the point again. Whaley will walk across. Whaley shot to the net there, trying to look for a redirection. Riley Wood now clears off the boards, back out to center for Whaley. Quick pass onto the stick, working forward. We're into the final minute here of the first period. Maroons still with some pressure, kept alive. This one bounces around. Off onto the corner. Perry trying to chase that one down. He goes hard into the boards. Walking out from the corner now. Spinning, firing towards the net. That one knocked away. Up to the blue line, not out. Now he's going to pick it up. Carson Perry will come forward. Perry into the offensive zone. Works past the defender. Now he's got it. Up to Wood. Wood had that one get past him. Trying to battle to keep it inside the zone. Won't be able to. Is Kindry now. And a quick pass up to Ballas. Ballas dropped to Perry. Perry into the corner for Wood. Wood holds onto it. Looking for a pass up to the point. Hall. Hall to the net. That one stopped by Strobel. Cleared off the boards and up to the line, but not out. Holding on to it. 8 seconds to go. Wood to the net. Shot stopped by Strobel. Picked up by the Maroons behind the net here. Wood throws it out front. That one gets away from Perry. One-time chance there as Hall stepped into one. But it's wide of the net as the horn goes, and period number one comes to an end with the Maroons out in front to a 2-1 lead.
A nice little flurry there the last dozen seconds in the offensive zone for the Rockets. Again, a couple of chances on net and just missing the net. In fits and starts, they did look good in the first period, but when they didn't look good, they were hemmed in their own end by the Maroons. And did you say the shots? Sorry.
I haven't said the shots. The shots on goal, if we pull them up here, 19-11 in favor of Chatham in that period.
That sounds, I believe that.
Which, if you take into account the amount of time that Chatham spent in the Strathroy zone, especially the first 10 minutes of that period, they were in there for at least 75% of the time, and they were just all over the Rockets to start. It wasn't until the special teams came out that the Rockets finally looked like they got back into having some chances down in the Chatham zone. Yeah,
Brazeau was very busy in the first half of that period. We'll see how they do here in the second. The Rockets, Brazeau will be at the net right in front of us.
So we'll get to see Brazeau and the Rockets when they come back out for the second period. It's a 2-1 Maroons lead. As mentioned, the shots on goal, 19-11 in favor of Chatham. One other game going on in the Western Conference this afternoon. The Leamington Flyers are just wrapping up what looks to be another win on their schedule against the Sarnia Legionnaires. 5 minutes to go in the third period. It is a 6-1 score for Leamington. Here in Chatham, it's a 2-1 Maroons lead after 20 minutes of play. We'll go ahead and we'll take a break. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets YouTube page.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back to Chatham, Ontario here, the Chatham Memorial Arena, the site of this one as we get set for period number 2 here from Chatham. It's a 2-1 Maroons lead, 2 goals in 2 different fashion. The Maroons controlled a lot of the play back in that first period. The Rockets were able to get a power play goal to tie the game at 1, but then the Maroons just 32 seconds later were able to take the lead again, and that is where we are as we head to this second period of play with the Maroons out in front to a 2-1 lead.
And full value for it. The 19 shots on goal. Brazeau was busy. Personally, I hope we don't see him quite that busy for as much as I would like the play to be in front of us and easy to call here in the second period. The Rockets will be defending the zone at the end where we have posted up for this broadcast.
You got to imagine that's part of the conversation that was had in the Rockets locker room in between periods. You got to help out your goalie a little bit here. He can stop all he wants, but when you face 19 shots in a period, you're on pace to face 57 in the game. You're not going to win many games giving up 57 shots.
No, and it's a thing that we've seen in other games. A little bit nagging, whether not so much giveaways today, but just a sense of urgency with the puck. And the one play that I can think of was Carson Perry coming toward us, and Lucas Fancy chased him down. And Perry was in no particular hurry, didn't seem to be really noticing anything coming from behind or thinking that it might happen. And the same thing happens in the defensive zone. Instead of, rifling it off the boards and out on a penalty kill, they try and thread passes to maybe some places that you don't really need to. When you're killing a penalty, just hammer it off the glass and get it down the ice. The Rockets have now joined the party. Matthew Brazeau is here as the super fan who I met pre-game. I just noticed that he's the one pulling on that cord to
he's got goal horn
that horn going off. Yep. I'd prefer, it's so close to us, I'd prefer he wait for an actual goal to have that thing go off.
They post this up here down in the Chatham Maroons end. So we do have a very good view of the ice. It's just a long view down to the other end of the ice.
Yeah.
We're also right beneath where the goal horn is here at the Chatham Memorial Arena. So if it's loud on the other side of the ice, it is certainly loud right over top of us. Brazeau right in net, as mentioned, down just slightly to our right. And we'll see if that net gives Brazeau as much trouble as it gave Strobel in the first period.
Well, I've already noticed him move it once, so.
Face-off one back by the Maroons. They'll carry it up forward through center. It's Whaley dishing that one off to the net, and they score!
Oh, no.
Whaley with the tip on the shot from Fancy. 10 seconds into the second period, the Maroons add to their lead.
Not a whole lot Brazeau could do about that. I'm not even sure. I don't know if that was an attempted pass by Fancy or just a shot toward the net. There wasn't a lot on it. And as Brazeau kind of opened up to maybe accept it, it just deflected right between his legs off the stick of Colin Whaley, the defenseman.
Couldn't have positioned it in a better spot. And the Maroons have a 3-1 lead. And now they'll work in, but a hand pass coming through the zone there as Fancy picked it up.
As you said, 10 seconds into the second period. 3-1 Rockets. Face-off will be just outside the blue line in front of the penalty boxes.
Whaley's second goal of the season has given the Maroons a 3-1 lead. Looking to get it in the zone here. Kane Johnson down low for Strathroy in the corner. Hogarth coming in to help him out. It comes up to the point for Smith. Smith to the net. That one's stopped by Strobel. And he'll have to jump on the rebound and cover it up. That's one thing that we've noticed about Strobel so far, although he hasn't been tested a whole lot. his rebound control is not up to snuff with some of the goalies we've seen so far this season.
As they say, it's not a job, it's an adventure. He has struggled a little bit to cover up the puck. Unfortunately for the Rockets, they really haven't had too many occasions where they've been charging the net waiting for the rebound.
See if that's something they can work on here in the later portions of this game. Park someone out front, see if you can pick up on one of these rebounds.
Well, the goal by Ballas was, it wasn't off of Strobel. It was a bounce back off the glass, and he just happened to be standing in the right spot, and that's probably about the only time I've noticed that they've had somebody there.
Well, and another reason to put yourself in the right spot here for the Rockets. Lively boards and glass here at Memorial Arena. 48 seconds gone here in the second period. It's a face-off inside the Chatham zone. One back up to the point. Kindry now handing this one off Gallen. Gallen had that one knocked away and once again sent down the ice by the Maroons. It'll be another icing call. So we crawl along here to start this second period.
4 whistles in the first 57 seconds, including the one for the goal.
Faulkner to take the draw. It's off to Strobel's right side. One off to the side. Spence back to the other corner. Now Spence will get the return pass. He'll come out from behind his net, carry it up to center, looking to dump this one in. He will get it at least into the Strathroy zone, and now the forwards will come in to help him out. Glinski now thrown towards the net, redirected, bouncing around. Oh, and it's right through the blue paint. Brazeau diving around, it stays out. Now he stops one from an odd angle, and it's blown down by the official as the net is come off once again here. It's going to be trouble as this game goes on.
I would have had a real problem if that had gone in the net if I was the Rockets. Dave Brown kind of hit it with his shoulder. It came up unintentionally to him, but he hit it with his shoulder intentionally, and it almost ended up in the net. I don't know how that puck didn't go in, to be honest.
In the corner for Brown. Brown up into the slot, knocked off the skates there and goes into the corner. Glinski tried to get it up forward. Now another chance thrown towards the net, stopped by Brazeau as Glinski ices him, and now Glinski with a shove after the whistle.
Well, it was Glinski who came in and, I won't say he snowed Brazeau, but he snowed his glove and came in and stood there as if he was waiting to be approached. And it was almost like, he was disappointed when really nobody came his way, so he went out and sought contact.
Kostetsku was the one who came over, and like you said, I don't think he was really looking to cause any problems until Glinski set him down on the ice. No calls on the play, so we'll stay at 5-5 here as we continue on. LeGood down inside the Strathroy zone. Now Glinski will dump it back around the glass. Opposite side, down right in front of us here, LeGood. Brown in the corner with him. Rockets trying to clear. Now Marshall has that one chipped past him. Into the corner, chasing it down. It's Brown and LeGood in the corner. There's a big hit, and it's cleared out by the Rockets. Picked up by Hogarth coming into the offensive zone. Hogarth a shot. That one wide of the net. Dodging a hit here, Johnson. Pass comes up to the point. McGahey-Smith looking to the net. That one redirected. Couldn't get it out. Rockets still holding on. Now to the net. Another chance there. Tipped on and wide here as it's pulled out and to center by the Maroons. Dumped in on a backhand, and they'll go get a line change as the Rockets pick it up behind their net. Ty Johnson up to Ryan Marshall, who tries to clear, but that pass was intercepted. And now the Rockets look to bring it back here as it's thrown in on goal, covered, and no, he's going to keep it here. Thought about it was Strobel, who picked that one up in his glove, but it's going to be a quick pass up, and the Maroons working into the offensive zone. Knocked off the stick there. Now kept alive inside the line. Back down low. Hull gets the stick in the lane. Up to the blue line. Still trying to battle to get it out here, but the Maroons keep it inside. Pass. Nice one up onto the stick of Brennan Faulkner, and Brennan Faulkner will dump it in and chase back behind the Chatham net. Into the corner. Maroons work it forward, coming up on the right side and across the zone. Knocked away off the stick. Long pass fanning on that one was McGahey-Smith, and now he'll just dump it in. But poking it out of play is Strobel.
Almost in disgust. McGahey-Smith, after he misfired on the pass, Carson Perry was standing alone at the far blue line. And then when that didn't work, McGahey-Smith just hammered it in the far zone.
Face-off coming off to the right of Strobel inside the Chatham zone. Around the boards in the Maroons, now clearing out to center. Knocked off the stick as Perry picked it up, and now they'll pick it up again, coming to the offensive zone, to the net there. Intercepted by the stick of Smith. Now Graham will pick it up, put it into the corner. Kindry trying to poke that one away. Walking out on his forehand, looking for a shot, in the shots. That shot blocked as Whaley snuck in there from the point and got a good shot, but it hit the stick there as the Rockets will clear, and Riley Wood will chase it down against Whaley. Whaley going to win the foot race. He'll come back behind the Chatham net, and now with speed he'll work it up. Long pass just out of the reach there, but they're going to say it was tipped as Brazeau will play it. Now Wood leaves it for Carson Perry. Perry coming up through center now. Perry tried to get a move to get past Whaley, still holding on to it here. Pass to Wood. Wood back behind the net, looking for options. Will bounce it up to the point and out of the reach there, and it's going to be a break here coming in. Looking for a shot, couldn't get a good one off there. It was knocked into the corner. Fancy with it now. Fancy leaves one out to the slot. Shot on. That one stopped by Brazeau. Holding on to it up to the point. Spence shot. Redirected into the corner. Harduzzi, he's knocked down. Smith will pick it up in the slot. Couldn't get it out. And now the Maroons with a chance coming in. Scores! Cameron Simmons. And it's a 4-1 Chatham lead.
It's a 2-0 from the hash marks in, and Paranuzzi with a little feed over to Simmons. Absolutely no chance for Matthew Brazeau on that. Bad break for the Rockets. Turned it over, and it's 4-1 for Chatham.
And a penalty right off the face-off. As Dundas was taken down on the draw. And after scoring the fourth goal, he'll take a tripping call and head to the box. Cameron Simons to the box with a tripping call.
Now some good hustle shift there, Bill, by Fancy and Paranuzzi. Ended up leading, and again, you make your own breaks. The harder you work, the luckier you get.
So the Rockets back to the power play here, where they've scored their lone goal tonight. It's dumped down by the Maroons inside the Strathroy zone here. Picked up by Fancy. Fancy trying to knock that one away. Got Welch down low with him. Faulkner will pick it up. The Rockets will work forward now here, working on the power play. Faulkner into the offensive zone. Had it knocked off his stick. Looking for a pass. This one taken away. Now they'll pick it back up to the net. They're redirected. Faulkner will pick it up in the corner. Now back behind the net, Faulkner. Tried to come out to the other side. It'll be cleared and down the ice. Picked up by Brazeau back in the Strathroy zone. Johnson rimmed around the boards. Rockets from their own zone up through center and into the offensive zone is Marshall. Marshall, pass up to Wood. Wood up to the point. Holding on to it, back down low. Will carry it out himself to the net there. And tripped up a little bit as the pad of Strobel got in the way, and it's going to be cleared by the Maroons back into the Strathroy zone. Marshall and Brazeau getting a little bit of a mix-up there. Luckily for them, they're quickly able to pick it up and work forward into the offensive zone. Rockets running into each other here. Smith over to Kindry. Kindry cuts to the slot, thrown towards the net there. Quickly batted away by the defense. Now looking, shot thrown on. That one stopped by Strobel. It's behind him and it's in the net.
Another case of Strobel not being able to find, well, in this case, he couldn't find the puck. He had no idea where it was.
And the Rockets with another power play goal to bring this back to a 2-goal game.
Ballas with the shot. I didn't see who it was that tucked it in. I'm actually impressed the referee didn't blow the whistle because it laid our left, Strobel's right, just by his pad, and the referee was in the opposite corner.
I think it must have been a little bit behind him as well.
It very well could have been, yeah, because he was right on top of it and didn't blow the whistle.
So dumped in off the draw here as the Rockets work on the attack after working this back to a 4-2 deficit. It's Riley Wood picking up yet another power play goal here for the Rockets.
His 4th power play goal of the season, 6th overall.
Carrying this one up, Kostescu into the offensive zone, and Whaley will pick it up for the Maroons. Circle back behind the Chatham net. 4-2 Chatham lead, just 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Now a chance in the slot, thrown towards the net, stopped by Brazeau. Rebound, and Hibbert had a chance out front. Knocking that one away was Kane Johnson, who's down into a heap along the boards. Hogarth in there to help him out. Battling to get to the net here. Goes into the corner, chance out front. That one whistled wide. Up to the point for Whaley. He'll send it back down low into the corner. Picked up. Fraley out front, and Hogarth will pick it up and come forward here. Up to center with it on his stick. Out into the slot. The Rockets look for a line change. They'll get it. Now sent down. Nice pass coming into the offensive zone, and a nice sliding play to come across there by Johnson to break up the 2-on-1. Battling back behind the net. Faulkner down there as well. Graham with it. He'll come out to the top of the circle. Put it right back down low. Will come out the other side. Hull will chip it past. And now Hull tries to pick it up as he takes a hit. Chasing that one down, McGahey-Smith in on the right side. McGahey-Smith with a shot. Whistled that one over top of the net, and he'll come all the way back down into the Strathroy zone.
Hope and a prayer play by Ty Johnson to slide and break up that 2-on-1.
Cleared up to the line, and they're going to blow that one down on the high stick.
Yeah, they're saying Paranuzzi knocked that down with a high stick. McKim was the next one to play it. So with 11:47 to go here in the second period, there'll be a face-off just outside the Rockets zone.
Neutral zone face-off is won back by the Maroons. They're going to dump it in, and Brazeau will be out of the net to play it here for Chatham. Maroons inside the zone, trying to get a shot towards the net here. The Rockets will clear, get it up to center. Riley Wood. A couple guys on him. Wood tries to make a move to the slot, had that one knocked away from him. Now up through center. In on the left side. Shot to the net. Brazeau makes the save. Rebound comes out, and he's going to have to stand tall as Glinski came in to get his own rebound.
It's funny, this is my first time seeing Glinski play. He doesn't look like, I don't know, he's faster than it would appear. Like, he's caught me off guard a couple times in this game with his quick bursts. Although I guess it's funny, some guys, when they either have the puck or are chasing after the puck, how much quicker they are than when they're not.
Yeah, that extra gear, if you will, when in pursuit of the puck. Face-off off to the right of Brazeau here in the Strathroy zone. Ty Johnson now tries to clear, comes right back out into the slot. Rockets can't clear the zone. Johnson again, this one kept inside as he just tries to keep firing it off the boards, but the Maroons right there to greet him. The Rockets get it out, Carson Perry forward. Perry to Ballas. Ballas shot, couldn't get it to the net. Chipped away and back out to center, where it's going to be chased down by Johnson. He's got the Maroons hard on him coming through the offensive zone, and now back into Chatham territory off to the right of Strobel. Back to play, a nice move to work with a danger Colin Whaley. Off to Glinski on the left side, back to the defense. Glinski will get it back, hand it over to Whaley. Whaley just going to take that one and send it down the ice. Hoping that it wasn't an icing call, but that hope is not earned, as it will be an icing against Chatham.
It went right by Ryan Marshall, but when it did, it was a foot off the ice, so no expectation that he would be able to make that play. Icing is the call.
Rockets tried to get it to the slot right off the draw, but it was knocked away. Kendry to center, and Dundas dumps it in. Right at the blue line, was kept in by the linesman, but finally Chatham will clear, get it out to center. Kendry now over to Dundas, who will just throw it in back behind the Chatham net. Faulkner, first one to get there for Strathroy. Battling with Glinski behind the net. He'll pull it out, get it out to the Chatham blue line, and now carried forward, stopped by the defensive Smith. Now just chipping it past, they'll go chase down into the Chatham zone. Back behind the Maroons net, picked up here by Clark. Clark went back to his defense partner on the opposite side. Now a quick pass up through the center. Carrying it forward here. Holding on to it, looking fancy. Fancy up to the point. Now a chance back to the slot. This one redirected. Smith will get it up. Dundas up and Gallant trying to poke that one away from the defender. Now Gallant will go get it in the corner. Knocked away from him to Fancy. Fancy pass, and the Maroons quickly work into the offensive zone on the right side, and that one stopped by the glove of Brazeau.
Simon's coming down on his off wing. The shot, I'm not sure if that would have been quite on net, but Brazeau taking no chances. Quick glove. Face off to his left here with 9:17 to go in the second period.
Right up to the blue line here, the Maroons. Looking for a shot to the net. That one right into the logo of Brazeau. So we'll do the face-off again, this time off to the right of Matt Brazeau inside the Strathroy.
Ty Durston didn't have a lot on that, but never the worst play to put the puck on goal, as the Rockets' last goal is evidence of.
Chance right off there
wow.
as Fancy found the puck just kind of sitting in front of him in the slot area and fired a shot towards Brazeau, but Brazeau right there to make the save.
Yeah, kind of a broken puck drop there. The puck just ended up by itself, and the only guy there that's not the guy you want. The captain of the Maroons, Lucas Fancy.
Big tie up after the face-off. Everyone battling with a man to try and get the puck out if you're a Rocket, towards the net if you're a Maroon. Now they keep battling. It's up to the blue line, but not out. Back down low off a skate. Spinning now and getting a pass up is Johnson. It's up to the blue line and out, although the Rockets don't get much going here. His bodies fly all over the ice.
Yeah,
right in front of the box.
Pimentel took exception to that big body check.
Johnson over to Marshall. Quick pass as the Rockets work forward into the offensive zone. Taken away from him, up to the blue line and out, but quickly the Maroons pick it back up again, come into the offensive zone wide. Kane Johnson stripping that puck away as he works forward now. Kane Johnson, a big hit as he's plastered into the wall. Rockets still with it in the offensive zone, just off to the side of Strobel, and now we're going to get some shoves back behind Strobel inside the Chatham zone. This will draw a crowd, the only one not in there. Marshall and Johnson, the defense for Strathroy.
Yeah, they hang out near the blue line because if the defensemen creep in like there, the faceoff will be brought outside the zone. The 5-on-3 below the goal line isn't that big a deal. Nobody's throwing punches here. Chatham 4, Strathroy 2. 8:08 to go here in the second period. Faceoff to be had to the left of Brendan Strobel.
Rockets 2 goals tonight coming on the power play.
Been a real issue with the players creeping in behind the puck dropping linesman. And the high linesman blowing his whistle, and again going to come in here with a tongue lashing to the two players, one from each team, creeping in. As having dropped those pucks as a linesman before, it can get dangerous if they creep in behind you and take you out from behind.
Shot to the net from the point. Hits the mass of bodies out front, and the Maroons will work it forward into the offensive zone. Staying on side here as Whaley fires a shot to the net. Kicked aside by Brazeau. Now Brennan Faulkner knocking that one forward. Trying to chase that one down, but Wells will pick it up at the logo and come forward at center. On the left side, cuts into the corner. Back behind the net, puts it to the slot, knocked away. Up to the point, Whaley. Whaley fires one. That one's going to go off a body and bounce back out to the neutral zone. And now they're going to pick it up again and come forward. Thrown up, and McGahee-Smith will have it on the left side. McGahee-Smith tried to make a toe drag move, but Whaley snuffed away that offensive try. Brazeau back behind the Strathroy net as the Maroons get a full change. Out to the other side. Pass up. That one didn't make it anywhere. Costescu now looking for a pass. Nobody there, and it'll go all the way down the ice for an icing call. And this is a tired Rockets unit who is going to have to stay out there.
Yeah, the only player who was close to the pass wasn't expecting it, and it whistled right on by for the icing. Face off to the right of Brazeau here. And you're right, a tired unit here for the Rockets.
A tired unit, and this is their call-up line, if you will, today.
They have not looked out of place here this afternoon, I will say that.
Up to the point. Now over to Clark on the opposite side. Shot through, and it's blocked as Hull will pick it up and get to center. Dump it forward so that the Rockets can pick up a line change here for the forward unit. Around the boards, gets past Faulkner, picked up and carried up through center. Brazeau comes out of his net to play it. Puck gets past him into the corner. Graham now battling, gets it past Carson Perry. Graham behind the net, and the net comes off there. His bodies running into each other.
Yeah, Hull knocking Cunningham into the net. I'm not going to lie, on that last rush, I would have preferred that Hull just dump that puck in and go for a change. If you're going to change anybody after a long shift after an icing, I would prefer it to be my defenseman. And I guess in a Rocket fan sort of way, I'll give Hull credit for knocking Cunningham into the net because he knew it would get him a whistle and the line change that he needed.
Doesn't take much to get that net off its moorings. Now Riley Wood has it. He'll flip it up and down the ice. Bouncing puck will not go for icing. So inside the Chatham zone here with 6:02 to go in the period. Now this one's sent down the ice. Going to be a race for it. No icing.
Great hustle.
Brown beats out the icing, keeps it alive inside the zone for Chatham. Glinsky tried to knock it down. Wood will just flip it back the other way, and now the Rockets will come forward. Perry looking to the slot, couldn't get the pass onto the stick of Ballas. Wood with it to Ballas. He tried to knock that one down with the glove, and now the Maroons will work it up to center. Getting to center, and now trying to carry that one in past the defense. Puck bounces out to the other side. Pass to the slot, knocked away. Chance, and it squeaks through the 5-hole of Brazeau. And a 5-2 Maroons lead.
Dylan Glinsky strikes again. Brazeau did get a chunk of that, but it just snuck through as he was closing his legs. 5:26 to go in the second period. The Maroons restore the 3-goal lead. And we're going to have a goaltending change for the Rockets.
So Brazeau will come to the bench, and Gordy O'Dwyer off the bench will come into the game in replace of Brazeau. As Brazeau had some trouble with that last goal. I think if there's one you want back tonight, it's certainly going to be that 5th one for Brazeau.
That's the only one. That is the only one.
There's a couple you think of that you didn't really have a chance on. The one tip on the pass from Fansky, and Glinsky tipped it past. As now Gallant will look to pick it up and come through center here for the Rockets. Faulkner on the left side. Faulkner looking for options. Just throws it to the net. Back behind the Chatham net. Trying to come out the other side. Shot to the net. They score! Just throws it towards the net, and I believe it's Ryan Marshall going to get the goal.
Yeah, Marshall crept in off the point to pick up a loose puck. Kind of a nothing play. He just threw it toward the net and found Twine.
So first goal of the season for Marshall. The defenseman just throws it towards the net, and it beats the mass, and it beats Strobel, and the Rockets respond to get back within 2.
As I said a few minutes ago, shooting the puck on net, no matter how hard, is never the worst play. It may not always be the best, but it's never the worst.
So a 5-3 Chatham lead now with just under 5 minutes still to play here in the second period. Spence to pick it up for the Maroons inside their own zone, up to center, knocked away as Johnson tried to play that one forward. Fancy tried to find a pass out into the slot there for Simons, but a big hit into the wall is going to knock the puck loose. Fanning on the pass, back behind the net, Simons looks for it, out into the slot, another chance thrown towards the net, scores! So
Ty Durston.
Yep, he picks it up, fires it towards the net, and he beats Gordy O'Dwyer to, well, get that one back, and it's now a 6-3 Chatham lead.
First shot on goal for O'Dwyer.
Back inside the Strathroy zone after the Maroons gave up the goal to make it a 2-goal game and now have restored their 3-goal lead. Right out front of the penalty box here as the Rockets look to try and get it back in their own zone and set up to come back up ice with still a good 4 minutes to go here in this second period. Back into the corner, Whaley up to the point. Coming in, shot on O'Dwyer. He stopped that one, but the rebound squirts out. It'll get out to the blue line, but kept inside. Brennan Faulkner will carry up through center. Passes that one off. Throwing it towards the net there was Lavender. He couldn't get it. Back behind the net, McGahee Smith up to the point. Bouncing puck. Kept in at the blue line by Smith. Whaley will rim it around the boards, get it out, and it will clear the line there. Is unable to hold it was Kindry. Rockets onto the ice here. Kindry looking for a pass onto the stick of Smith, working forward. Gets past Whaley into the corner. It's picked up now. And out of play as the puck hits the netting inside the Chatham zone, and they're going to say, I believe it was on a tip, so they'll bring the face-off outside.
Yeah, definitely off the Rocket forward. 2:56 to go here in the second period. Coming into the second period, the score was 2-1. There have been 6 goals in this second period, 4 by the Maroons, 2 by the Rockets.
A goal-scoring fiesta here in Chatham. Of course, the Maroons last night in Kamoka saw a 7-5 loss, so no shortage of goals at the Wellness Center last night, and it's looking like we're going to see the same thing here today at the Memorial Arena as it's dumped in just out of the reach of Carson Perry, and he'll go for icing against Strathroy. 2:38 left here on the clock in the second period.
It's going to be tough for Strathroy if they know they're going to have to score for a team that, you know, I think maybe like once has scored 4 goals. If they're going to have to score 5 and 6, or in this case today 7, to win a game, it's going to be tough.
Linesman, I don't know if you could hear it there on the microphone, but he is screaming at the players to back up as it's chipped out of the Strathroy zone back into Chatham territory. Radley Wood chasing it down. Back behind the net, almost came right back out into the slot. Now trying to knock this one away. Maroons will pick it up. Carson Perry hands it off. Perry gets it back, shot to the net there. That one got past Strobel, but into the corner. Pinned up against the wall here. Ballas will walk out. Chance to find Riley Wood to the slot. Thrown towards the net. Kicked away with the pad by Strobel. Flipped up and out to the neutral zone. And now picking it up. Coming in on the left side as the Maroons look to set up. Shot to the net. Redirected. Gordy O'Dwyer got the glove on it. Kept it alive here, but the Maroons still inside the zone. Clark to the slot. Shot thrown on. Rebound stopped by O'Dwyer. Banging away at it here are the Maroons, and this will draw a crowd.
Oh, buddy.
Marshall
with a fist full of cage here.
On Pardnuzzi, and he is lucky he didn't get a call there.
Yeah, you can't do that. That is a specific penalty. Face masking.
I actually saw it for the first time just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that is a penalty. No real need for that. Marshall is head and shoulders taller than Parduzzi.
Off the draw, it's Hall going to rim it around the boards inside the Strathroy zone, looking to try and clear. Maroons able to keep it inside. Minute 30 to go here in the second period. Just flipping it up into the air and getting it out is Dundas, and now it's going to be a foot race for it, but losing that foot race are the Rockets and Gallant. Now dumped in, but out of the reach of everyone, and on this side of the line it was Blake Hall, so it'll be an icing call here against Strathroy. Hall with some words for the Maroons bench on his way by.
Seemed more reactionary there. when your team's up 6-3 at this level. Chirping the other team's players as they skate by is pretty common.
Into the corner, opposite side, and out of the reach of Hull as Kostetsku's pass didn't make it there. Faulkner and Gallant, both for the Rockets, trying to work forward as they carry it into the offensive zone. Dundas, he takes a hit up high. Arm comes up on the official here. Dwyer to the bench, but it's going to be touched up. And we'll see what this is. A head contact penalty coming here for the Maroons, and he is not happy with the call, but it certainly was up high.
Ty Durston has been throwing his weight around here this afternoon, and I'm a fan of that, to be honest. He's thrown some pretty good hits here this afternoon. The unfortunate part for him, it is incumbent on the hitter to not make contact with the head of the guy that he's hitting, and Isaac Lagood's going to come over and serve the minor penalty because as a head contact penalty, it is 2 minutes accompanied by a 10-minute misconduct. So with a minute to go here, Ty Durston, who's been one of the better defensemen here today for the Maroons, is going to miss half the third period.
And the Rockets, who have 2 power play goals already tonight, will get another chance here. They'll have a minute to end the second, and then if they don't score, they'll have a minute to start the third. Up to the point, kept in by Smith at the blue line. Smith will hand this one off. Riley Wood into the corner. It's Perry with it. Perry looking out front, nobody there, and cleared down the ice all the way on goal for Gordy O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer with Kindry, and Kindry with a man right on him, having to escape danger. The Maroons not strangers to waiting back on the penalty kill here as they were looking for an offensive chance, and now Carson Perry will pick it up. Perry chips it to himself into the offensive zone. Wood down low, rimmed around the boards, opposite side Ballas. Ballas now up to the point. Smith. Kindry on the opposite side. Perry to Smith. Smith looking to the net there. That shot blocked and cleared, but knocked down by the stick of Smith to make sure it doesn't go the length of the ice, but time will expire as the horn goes to end the second period of play with a lot different of a score than we went into the second with. A 6-3 Chatham lead after 40 minutes of play. A high-scoring second period, but the Rockets will come to the third trailing by 3 goals.
This is a big first minute of the third period for the Rockets, down by 3. To be able to score on this power play within the first minute of the third would be huge. It's going to be hard to come back, but that would be a great way to get it started. And as I said, Ty Durston is now going to miss more than half of the third period for the Maroons. So they're going to be short a defenseman for half the period.
So the Rockets will head to the third with 1 minute on the power play to try and get themselves a little bit closer before a big third period here in Chatham. The Rockets just 6 shots on goal in that second period. 36-17 the total through 2 periods for Chatham, and a 6-3 lead. Goals in the second period there coming from Cameron Simons, as well as goals coming from Colin Whaley, Cameron Simons, and then Dylan Glinsky picking up the third one there. Ty Durston picks up his first of the season for the Maroons. Ryan Marshall and Riley Wood, the goal scorers for Strathroy in the second period. But it is a 6-3 Chatham lead as we head to the third period. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets hockey here on the Strathroy Rockets YouTube page.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. and by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back here to Chatham Memorial Arena in Chatham, Ontario. It is time for a big third period here for the Strathroy Rockets. They come in trailing by a score of 6-3 after the Maroons found the back of the net a total of 4 times in the second period. The Rockets, well, they do have a big uphill climb here in the third period, but not totally undoable. They have a power play for a minute to start the third period, and if they can score on that power play, Eldon, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they can get back into this game. They're going to have to play a strong third period, probably the strongest that we've seen all year.
I will 100% agree with that last point. It would be unprecedented for them to get to 7 goals to win this game. But if they're going to do it today, the first minute on the power play is definitely a good way to get it started. Chatham Maroon defenseman Ty Durston taking 2 and 10. Checking to the head penalty with a minute to go in the second period, so he will serve all of that 10 minutes at the expiration, whether that be a goal by the Rockets or the Maroons killing the penalty, and will miss half this third period. And actually, if they're going to be down a defenseman, that's another good thing for the Rockets to try and come back in this third period.
So it'll be a big third here for the Rockets. They're going to have to come out quick. They're going to have to do it fast if they want to get back into this game. We know that Chatham, in all likelihood, it probably isn't done on the scoreboard, which hurts you even more because you're not a high-scoring team. The Rockets are. So they're going to have to come out here. I would like to think that they're going to have to get a goal on this power play, maybe pick up another couple power plays to get themselves back into this game. Let's not kid ourselves. It is going to be tough if they want to get themselves at least a point out of this game.
No, they haven't placed themselves in a position for success here in the third period. And it is unfortunate that, the comment you make, that they're probably, Chatham's not going to finish with 6, which is, an unfortunate thing to think before the period even begins, that they're going to score again. But they've given up 6 in 2 periods, so we'll see how it goes. And the big line will start the third period for the Rockets. I see Ballas, Perry, and Riley Wood out there. Kendry and Cole Smith, the main PP1, I guess we'll call them, those 5 skaters for the Rockets. As the clock works its way down, 45 seconds.
For the Maroons, it'll be Simons, Welch, Zabo, and Whaley, who I would say he's probably had the best game for the Maroons, at least from our vantage point up here. He has looked good.
He has.
Really helping them out on offense, despite being primarily a defender.
Yeah, and he's probably going to be the guy, if I was the coach, who would probably carry the extra minutes that Durston will miss by serving that misconduct penalty.
So the Rockets now from their own zone, 50 seconds to go here in the man advantage. As time ticks off and quickly sent back in Zabo, and the Maroons now inside the Strathroy zone. Here's the Rockets running out of time in this man advantage here. Already 25 seconds ticked off the clock here, and they have not entered the Chatham zone yet. Now they'll get it up to center, and Carson Perry will step in across the line to play it. Over to Cole Smith on the other side. Smith up to the point for Riley Wood. Wood's pass. Tipped over. Now back. Kendry to the net. Seen easily by Strobel as he reaches across with the glove to make the save.
Yeah, instead of making the blocker save, he reaches across with the left hand gloved and catches it on the right. Kendry did not put a lot on that shot, which would have been good had there been traffic. Unfortunately for him, there was none. 20 seconds to go in the power play.
One back to the point for Owen Kendry. Kendry will walk across the line, throw down to the slot, and then ripped over top of the net by Ballas, bouncing around. And the net comes off here as Strobel kicked it off, getting back into position. I don't know if it has to do with where the Zamboni exits the ice.
Well, it's
running
not
over top of those holes time after time, but I mean it's not unlike many other rinks around
what's
the GOJHL.
What's the excuse in the West Middlesex? That's the far end.
Clark will pick it up and get it over to Spence, and then the Maroons will clear. And that will do it for the minor penalty being served by LeGood. So the Rockets unable to get anything on the power play. Clark plays it back up to the blue line. Not out, and now Clark will pick it up again here. Pass up, and the Maroons work forward into the offensive zone. Shot to the net, stopped by O'Dwyer off his stick and out of play. We'll get a whistle, minute 16 into this third period.
Now, 5-minute increments, if you think of it that way. You need 3. Try and get one, by the 15-minute mark. Chip away at it.
One by the 15, another by the 10, another by the 5. And hope that the Maroons don't mount any offensive pressure themselves. Off onto the other side, shot, that one whistled over top, and it might have hit off the bar on its way. Bouncing off the end boards, Dwyer just going to cover this one up on the side of the goal. He'll get a whistle off to his right inside the Strathroy zone.
No, if they can get one, even if you're down a goal with 5 to go, so if they can get 2 in the next 13 minutes, not ideal, obviously, when you enter the third period, down by 3 goals.
Rockets entered the game a week ago today in Kamoka, trailing by 2 goals. Were able to come back and tie that one with under 10 seconds to go on the clock. And now they'll race forward, coming in Gallant. Gallant will try to cut to the net here. Couldn't get a shot off as it slips away from him. Klinsky will pick that one up and get to center. Carry it forward here for the Maroons. Pass out into the slot, cutting to the net here. And O'Dwyer will just cover it up here. Another whistle and another face-off inside Strathroy territory.
Well, he's had to cover it a couple of times, but nothing out of the ordinary chance-wise here so far for the Maroons.
The face-off off to his right. Winning it up to the point now. It's McKim. A shot. That one whistled wide. Up to Whaley on the other side. He takes a hit, but comes out of it with the puck. Now up to the point, walking across. Klinsky, shot to the net. That one over top of the goal. Rockets just looking to clear. They'll get it back up and down into the Chatham zone. Gallant will chase it through. Gallant had that one poked away from him. And chipped past Faulkner here. The Maroons now inside their own zone. Around the glass, up, and Glinsky tries to poke it past the defender. He will, but not before the Rockets get it. They'll have to clear as they were offside. Fanning on the pass there, Zabo, and coming in is Dundas. He was the lone Rocket down low. The rest of them waiting back in the neutral zone for a line change, so the Maroons work it easily forward into the Strathroy zone. Injury to the opposite side for Smith. He'll leave it there and just flipped up high in the air. Knocked down in the neutral zone by McGahey-Smith, but they're going to say he came in ahead of the puck there offside. He was touched up by Dundas, and the faceoff will be in the neutral zone.
Now they're going to complete the line change here, and the call-up line will be on this shift. See Brennan Faulkner there with McGahey-Smith and Lavender.
Back behind the Maroons net here. It's Spence working that one up to center, but that's about as far as he got before Brennan Faulkner intercepted that one. Now into the slot, chance there, but the Rockets couldn't get it on their stick to get a shot off. Maroons working forward. Whaley will pick it up and work in on the right side. Wide into the corner, holds onto it here, comes out front there, unable to get a shot off. Now opposite side, thrown to the net. That one blocked, cleared out, and back to center. It'll be Whaley to pick it up here for Chatham. Tried to come over to Spence. Left for Faulkner. He tried to move to get past the defender. Was knocked away. Rim back behind the net here. Whaley had Brennan Faulkner right on him. Wells sends it right back behind the net and picked up by Spence. Spence will work forward, and the Maroons get it into the neutral zone. Back to Strathroy territory. It's picked up by Ballas. Ballas will work into the slot. Ballas wide on the right side. Cut to the net here. Backhand chance. That one over top of the pad and wide. Dallas, the lone Rocket down low still, is now Riley Wood in to help him out. This one picked up and over top of the defenseman Johnson forward. Knocking that one down, thrown towards the net on Gordy O'Dwyer. He's going to elect to keep this puck alive. Throw it off the boards. Bouncing around here, chance for the Maroons down low, can get the shot off. Picking it up, working forward, Ballas on the right side. Tried to cut to the slot here, lost it in his skates, couldn't get the pass over. McKim intercepted it. And the Maroons get it back inside the Strathroy zone. Back and forth the play goes here. Pass, and that one tried to find Riley Wood through the skates of the defender. But Wood was unable to get it on his stick. Now Ballas up to Perry. Perry off to Wood. Wood cutting to the net here. Wood fires one off the post on an odd angle. Didn't have a whole lot of space to shoot at, but he managed to find iron.
He tried to go short side high on the blocker side of Strobel and almost found it.
15 to go here as the Rockets try to work it into the offensive zone, but Wood was unable to get that one away. And now stepping in here are the Maroons into the offensive zone. Pass intercepted. Tied up there as they get to center. Now stripping it. Fancy. Fancy will work forward. Fancy, nice move to cut in. Fancy to the net here. Had that one taken away from him. Up to the point, walking in Whaley. Whaley. That one knocked away. Pass comes out front. Good chance. Now up to the point for Whaley. His shot blocked into the corner. Back behind the net here. On the forehand. Looking for a chance. Thrown on goal. O'Dwyer with the save. Bouncing around. And the Rockets just looking to clear here as they have it up on the half wall. Now it gets up to the point. Whaley sends it back down low. Trying to cut through as the bodies fly, and the Rockets still unable to leave their own zone. 6 minutes gone here in the third. Cleared off the glass, but nice play to keep it in there by Whaley. Johnson now, his pass. Couldn't find Hogarth. Rockets electing to try and play the body here, and it'll result in the Maroons working forward offensively. Whaley dishes it off to the side. Trying to find the return pass, backhand over top of the net. Back up to the point. Now back down low into the corner. Whaley up top. Looking for the return. That shot, unable to get a whole lot on it through the paint there. And O'Dwyer was sprawled out trying to make the save. Trying to clear this one off the glass. Bouncing puck, and it does get out here. As the Rockets will get a change. Dundas now dumps it down the ice, and it will be an icing. Didn't get to center. Thankfully for the Rockets, they had just completed the line change before the icing call.
Yeah, the attempted bounce pass off the wall at the penalty boxes. Ends up going the length of the ice. Fresh troops for the Maroons. As Glinski will take the face-off to the right of Gordie O'Dwyer.
Picked up here and cleared up to the line, but not out by the Rockets. In the corner off to the left of O'Dwyer, now back behind the net. Gallant has it. Gallant tips forward. Rockets working up to center. Dumped in as it's flipped into the corner by Hogarth. He'll go for a change. Spence will go D to D, and now up. A pass from Clark gets to center. Opposite side, knocked away by the stick there, and Kostecki throws the body. Now picking it up. Chances that one comes through. Down in the Strathroy zone here is the Rockets looking to find any way to get it out of the zone. They'll get it up to the blue line and out where it's going to be chipped, picked up, carrying it forward in the offensive zone. Clark on his forehand now. Gets it past Faulkner where it's picked up by Glinski, who works in on the right side. Losing that one is Hull. Intercepted the pass, picked it up. He'll go D to D over to Kindry. Kindry a long pass off the skate, and the Maroons almost got caught with a couple too many guys on the ice there, but the Rockets had a chance there. Dundas couldn't get it over to his man, and now the Rockets will have to clear. Pace has really changed in the last few minutes here in this game. Back and forth, no structure really, it seems like, for either side.
A lot of back and forth, dump and chase.
Perry now, pass over to Wood. It took a hop over his stick. Might have had a good chance. Now Perry will pick it up again. Perry drops to Ballas. Ballas to the net. Oh, on goal. Strobel makes the save. And point blank chance for Ballas, who I don't think got enough on it, or at least is not as much as he wanted to, in the save made by Strobel.
Great feed by Perry on the 2-on-1. Just got it over the defender's stick, and it just hopped on Wood over his blade. Or you're right, I believe he buries that. That's a great chance to score, and puck just hopped on him.
Face off to the right of Strobel. Perry to take it for Strathroy. One back to the point. Kindry back down low. Ballas is there to get it for the Rockets. He's got two Maroons on him, and the Maroons will be the one to win the battle. Get it up to center. Chipping that one past Kindry into the corner. Trying to pick it up out front. Shot to the opposite side. Another chance there. And they had a good chance. Couldn't find the back of the net. Trying to cut through here. Drop pass out front. Dwyer puts the pad down to keep it out. Rockets looking to clear. They will. They'll get it up to center before a big hit right out front of the Maroons bench. It's Fancy circling back. Trying to clear as Perry got his stick in the passing lane there. Zabo with it. Perry knocks it away again. Perry looking out to the slot. Had that pass intercepted. Simons now up to Fancy, and Fancy to center. He'll carry it in across the blue line. Almost knocked away. Now Smith. Pass up forward. Here comes Brennan Faulkner. Faulkner to the net. That one tried to go glove side on Strobel. He got a piece of it as it went wide. Now back the other way. Coming in. Chance there. Toe drag move. Knocked off his stick. And the Rockets trying to move it up to center, but it'll be thrown back where it came from by Fraley. Pass over to Kindry. We approach the halfway mark here of this third period. No goals here in the third yet. Still a 6-3 Maroon score. Turned over. Faulkner shot. That one stopped by Strobel.
Second chance in that shift for Brendan Faulkner. The first one, as you said, Strobel just got a piece of it with his glove as he tried to go glove side high. That time, unfortunately for Faulkner, he did put it right into the breadbasket of Strobel. Easy save.
Face off one back by Wells here for the Maroons. Comes over to Whaley on the left side, and Whaley looking for an outlet pass. Tipped as it went down the ice, so no icing. Marshall's back to get it for Strathroy. Off onto the side. It goes back behind the net of O'Dwyer. Getting it up to the blue line. Quick pass on the Rockets work for it. Faulkner working through. Faulkner tries to find a pass to the other side and couldn't get it over to Brennan Faulkner, who's taken down in the corner. Wells now. His pass. Stopped up at center by Marshall. Marshall will take it, and a long shot thrown on goal by him is gloved down by Strobel. Picked up by Spence, and Spence will take some time to work it out of his own zone, at his own blue line, now to center. Trying to carry that one a little bit too far. Turns it over. Brennan Faulkner will pick it up. Little toe drag move was stopped as he dumps it in, and he'll go for a line change. Whaley with it from his own zone with 9 minutes remaining here in the third period. Will just dump it into the opposite corner as soon as he got across center. Now back down low. Maroons looking for a pass out front. Can't find it. Pimentel tried to hold on to his man there. Shot from the point wide. Now McKim with it. Kim to the net. That one well wide. Back up to the point. Clark hands it off down low. Chasing it down was Barnuzzi. Pimentel. Pass opposite side. Hogarth. Hogarth's shot. That one about 4 feet wide. And it'll be picked up. Barnuzzi coming in on the right side. Looking for a spin. Fires out to the slot. That pass just out of the reach. Would have been a good scoring opportunity for the Maroons as the attempt to throw it back in by Graham hits a man in the bench of the Rockets. And we're going to whistle 8:18 to go here in the third period.
And he's been waiting since the 9-minute mark, and that play kept going. Ty Durston has finally come out of the penalty box for the Chatham Maroons after serving his misconduct penalty that accompanied his checking to the head penalty late in the second period.
So the Maroons gain another defenseman here for the final 8-minute push of this third period. They've got a 3-goal lead, 6-3. Carrying it in here. Trying to weave his way through as Faulkner lost it. Now back behind the net. Opposite side, chance at the side of the net. Bounces off the back netting here as Faulkner tries to throw the body around. Gets over top of the stick of Dundas, who throws a hit, but Klinsky will work it forward. Klinsky poked off his stick. Back for Kindry. Kindry knocks that one away. At center here. Klinsky will fire it into the opposite corner, and the Maroons will chase it down. 7.5 minutes here in the third period. Pass up to McKim, bounces over his stick, keeps it alive as the shot thrown towards the net there was blocked. Now a drop pass. Backhanded into the corner. There to chase it down and get it was Brown. Stick handled a little too much, came back here. Zabo pass back, and the Maroons now inside their own zone will wait for the best option. Zebo, long pass up to the far blue line. Now carrying it in. Pass to the slot, chance on goal. O'Dwyer makes the save. Got the pad down and stopped it as this one's flipped up into the air. It'll be chased down by Riley Wood. Wood tried to make a move to cut to the middle there. Defender got in the way, got the skate on the puck. Whaley now. Whaley pass up to Fancy. Fancy has that one go off his stick. Dumped back in by the Rockets as they chase this one down. Now to the opposite side. It'll be Whaley carrying it up, weaving in and out of the red shirts here as he works his way into the offensive zone. Shot to the net there on a pass out front. It was wide. It's Fancy into the corner. He's off to the left side of O'Dwyer, down low below the goal line. Now they work their way up. Back down low, trying to cut through. That one almost resulted in a good chance here. So they're just going to flip it up and down the ice for an icing there. Perry's just trying to find a pass onto the stick of Wood in the neutral zone. He couldn't. And with 6:03, we'll get a whistle on the face-off inside the Strathroy zone.
And they've been out there for a little bit, so they're not the freshest group. And fresh troops come over the boards. Ty Durston with his first shift since the second period.
Hit thrown against the wall there is under 6 minutes to go here in the third, and it's just going to squeak on goal, covered up by O'Dwyer.
I guess they weren't out there as long as I thought. It felt like it. Oh, here we go. Kind of a delayed change there by the Rockets. Call-up line coming out.
Running Faulkner, McGahee Smith, Lavender out there.
And Kostetsu.
Kostetsu on the back end. The
All
only
four.
guy, only regular out there on the ice right now, Blake Hall. Having to corral the youngsters here as it's dumped into the offensive zone. Lavender chased it down, rimmed around the boards. Brennan Faulkner now off onto the side. Lavender with it, up to the point for Hall. Hall shot to the net, redirected. That one went wide. Fraley will pick it up here as the Maroons work it up to center. Has to try and get past the defender. Now on to the opposite side. Almost sprung Brennan Faulkner away on a little bit of a break, but couldn't get it. Kostetsu chipped up, gets up to the point, but not out. Spence with it. He throws it off the shin pads there of McGahee Smith. Now he throws it towards the net. It's gloved down by O'Dwyer, and that is where it'll stay in his glove as he covers up with 5:12 to go here in the third.
Another one going wide, but just slow things down here. Get a face-off to his left.
Maroons will get a change after the Rockets do here, and we'll get fresh sets of legs on both sides of the ice with just over 25% of this third period remaining. 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Off the draw, it's the Rockets with the puck coming up to center. Unable to hold the line here, but Pimentel works in. Now cutting through. Backhand shot whistled over top of the net by Hogarth. Now shot. Pimentel with it. Pimentel fans on it, gets it back, comes out to the other side. Backhand, this one well wide of the net. Hogarth up to the point for Smith. Now back down low for Pimentel. He lets that one go. Pass out front, tried to find Hogarth, couldn't get it through. Hogarth and Pimentel battling McKim up to the point. Smith to the net, tried to find a redirect there from Kane Johnson. Kane Johnson with it up to the point. Injury shot redirected by Pimentel, but it went wide. 3 Rockets against the wall there trying to play the body. It gets up to the blue line, but not out here as the Rockets still have it inside Chatham territory. Clark to McKim. Right out front of the benches here. Nice move to work it past. Still holding on to it here. Johnson passes over. Kendry stepping in there. Got a good shot on goal, but it was stopped.
Big save by Strobel. Left pad save.
Kendry just snuck in from the point there and
got a lot on it.
Got a real good shot on goal. It's going to be cleared back out to center. Smith with it here for Strathroy. Kendry again. This one off to Dundas. He'll chip it forward.
Dundas
chases
is
it down and
full of vinegar here on this shift. Sorry, Noah.
Walensky picks it up here. Dundas got to be careful he doesn't Get himself into any penalty trouble late. Carrying it to the net. That one shot off the post. Back down low here inside the Strathroy zone. It's Whaley. Into the corner. Marshall to chase it down for the Rockets. He throws a big hit. Pass out front. Shot to the net. Off a stick. And out of play.
It's funny because he spent a chunk of that shift looking like the unplugged controller, just kind of floating from one spot to another. But then when he did engage, got to make sure that you keep the elbows down and make sure that your combatant has the puck.
Face off to the right of O'Dwyer. One back by the Rockets and sent down the ice. No icing here. As the lineman waves it off. Strobel thought it was going to be an icing. Klinsky now in the corner. Perry and Johnson down there as well. The Maroons will clear. They'll get it out to center, and Brown will carry it across the line. Whaley shot to the net. That one wide. Brown looking out to the slot. Couldn't find the pass. The Rockets will clear as they flip it down the ice. And it will have enough for icing as they chased it down, but it will go, and the Rockets will have to take a face-off inside their own zone. 2:25 to go here in the third.
That just had enough to clear the line. Actually, it wasn't so much whether or not that was going to get there as how much effort Szabo actually put in at those last 20 feet. It wouldn't have surprised me if the linesman had ended up waving it off late.
Another shot thrown on, redirected. That one went right. Chance out front. And he looks skyward as he missed the net on the rebound out front. And I believe the net actually came off on the play as well. But
yeah,
another good chance for the Maroons to try and tack on to their 6-3 lead. But with 2:16 to go, they're probably just going to try to cruise out of here without getting into any trouble. Opposite side of the goal, look to try to come out now into the slot. Another chance thrown on goal, stopped by O'Dwyer. I don't know how he saw that one or if he did.
I think it just hit him. I couldn't really see him from our vantage point, so I don't know how he could have seen that puck.
And nothing to blame there. I believe it was Durston with the shot. He had nowhere to shoot. He just kind of threw it towards the net.
Never the worst play.
And O'Dwyer equally as lucky on the other side. Just happened to have a piece of his body where the puck did come through.
And somehow didn't give up a rebound. That was the most impressive part.
Just over 2 minutes to go here in the third. Off the draw, the Maroons with a chance. They have it in the corner. Big hit thrown from Johnson. Now back down low for Fancy. Fancy will spin. Up to Spence. Spence looking shot. That one blocked. Pimento will take it. Hand it off. Quick pass as they work forward. Chip past Hogarth, and Spence will work it into the offensive zone. He's got Welch with him. Turned over here. Chance for the Rockets to work up ice with 90 seconds to go in the period. It's Marshall in the corner. Marshall tries to come out front. Bounces off a stick up to the point. Johnson shot. That one redirected. Into the corner. Durston tried to clear. Now thrown towards the net. It will escape danger. Picked up by Fancy. Fancy dodges a hit. Cleared off the boards. Down the ice onto the stick here, but offside.
Yeah.
Coming across the line there. It looked like it was Simons with it.
Face-off will be coming all the way back to the Chatham zone.
And 1:13 to go.
Cameron Simons got a little bit anxious there at the far blue line.
Yeah, we'll see a face-off inside the Chatham zone, and with that, a good chunk of the fans here slowly will start to make their way to the exits to avoid the Sunday afternoon traffic here in Chatham. Faulkner with it in the corner. Looking towards the net. Off to Brennan Faulkner now. He was chopping that one away. Kept inside, thrown towards the goal. And Strobel will cover up. And we'll get a whistle. Another face-off off to his right.
This is the second time I've seen Caden Faulkner centering a line between Brennan Faulkner and McGahey Smith. Lavender sitting for this one. It's the second time he's done that in this period. For what should be the last shift of the game for the Rockets.
51 seconds to go. Faulkner carries it back for Strathroy, hands it off to Brennan Faulkner. I should probably call them by their first names when there's two of them out there. McGahey-Smith now has it. His pass
Not quite
over to Hall.
Not quite Henrik and Daniel, but
Brennan and Caden as McKim has it now. His pass trying to clear the zone was knocked down by McGahey-Smith. He picks it up in the corner. Trying to pin it against the wall here. Up to the point for Hall. Hall shot to the net there. Redirected wide into the corner. Up to the blue line. Not out yet. Pass Fraley back into the corner behind the Chatham net. Go off to the opposite side. Clark now. Long pass coming up and carried in. Looking opposite side. Just out of the reach there. Stopped by O'Dwyer. As time will expire and we'll see some shoves down below the Strathroy net. But the Maroons hold on for a 6-3 win here over the Strathroy Rockets.
well, after 6 goals in the second period, there were no goals in the third period. So the Rockets were not able to come back and tie the game. That said, I would say that the 3 or 4 best chances to score in that period did go to the Rockets. It was not for lack of effort. Owen Kindry with a great chance. A 2-on-1 pass from Perry to Wood that just bobbled on him. And but that said, for all the shots on net they had in the first 2 periods, the Maroons definitely full value for the 6-3 victory here this afternoon.
So after a loss last night in Kamoka, the Maroons come back out here on home ice on a Sunday afternoon, and they beat the Rockets with a 6-3 win to get back into the win column. The Rockets drop another one here, this time on the road in Chatham. They'll be in tough in their next couple of games as they hit the road to Leamington on Thursday, and then they'll host those same Flyers on the back half of a home-and-home on Saturday night. So things don't get easier as they look forward, but the Rockets, they'll take that well-played third period as they roll into Leamington on Thursday.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that you can take as momentum going in, but it's definitely going to be a tough home-and-home Thursday and Saturday coming up against the Flyers.
So the final score here in Chatham, 6-3 in favor of the Maroons. We'll be back on the air Thursday night, as mentioned, in Leamington as the Rockets hit the road to take on the Flyers for the first time this season in Leamington. We'll have the call shortly after 7 o'clock. Thank you for joining us with us here on Sunday afternoon in Chatham. For Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith, wish you a safe and happy Sunday evening.